afternoon, guys. It's 4:20 p.m. It's October 19th. Today is Wednesday, I guess. I don't even remember the days. So today is Wednesday, right? Because I'm so busy in analyzing the market, and then so I don't even count days, But anyway, so today is Tuesday, and buyers were active, right? So why buyers are active, right? That's the question. So because of pre-market notes, right? This is what our reading is, right? So yesterday's closing remark, October 18th, end of the day, this was the closing remark in our notes, end of day notes, right? So what we want to say going into today, so aggressive buyers need to hold above 55, right? In ES and NQ 230 to 80, and then they have to take 330, right? So this is what buyers did in the overnight. They held above 55, right? The price even did not come to 55, right? They held above our super duper magnet area 72, right? NQ came close by to 270 or so, right? And then it held it, and then it took 330 in the overnight. So that means overnight activity is also in line with whatever I was thinking on Thursday night, right? Thursday evening. So going into the day, we know buyers are controlling from certain price point, right? So yes, it held above 55, right? 72 became the Globex low area. So that means we are going to focus on buyers, right? We are not favor buyers, and we are not going to short it. That is the clear thing, okay? Whatever I do personally in real time, don't bother, right? But the instruction is clear in this code also. Do not short, right? Stick with longs. So I prefer them to hold above 81, 84 in RTH, right? And aggressively above 87, 89. If they are too strong, then, right? So in going into the day, if you see price coming here or here, right? You have to choose. You want to be aggressive, super aggressive, or you want to be a little bit conservative and wait for this area. And if price comes here and bounce from it, then you have to go with later on above location, whatever you get in real time, if you want to trade it, and if price is behaving the way you want it, right? So, and then in that case, buyers wanted to take this thing to my favorite number, which is 45.20, as you already know, right? So I will pretty much it got to 45.17 or 18, right, in the as of 4:40 p.m. or as of right now. So 2 more points and it will get there, right? But so that is not the big deal. So now here one more thing. If overnight when I was writing, price was around 44.97 or so, or maybe 44.92 or so, So I also put a statement here. If price reaches close to 4525, right, or 20, then there is nothing left to trade, because you can't go long at that point. Game is over for us. We can't trade that aggressive unless there is a nice pullback, which is the case, right? Price came back from here all the way to where? 87, 89, right? Good enough pullback then, right? Considering the overnight range. So those are the trades in ES. I'll show you how we did it, right? But in NQ, about 280 favor buyer, pretty much, right? 330, 280, they are the good numbers, to keep in mind, And then 289, 269. So those are the numbers, So now NQ reached where today? 400. That was the number I was typing in Discord, right? 400, 450, those are the targets, So it got to 400, right? And pretty much after it closed, it went to 420 or 30, right? So pretty much 450 is nearby now. Russell, it is, as long as it is holding above 68, 69, right? So at one point Russell went to where? 60 area, which is this, and it bounced from it, right? And then intraday it went above all the way up to 81, got rejection, came back to 68, pullback, you go long here, target this area, and you're done, right? Dow is pretty much bullish, so no need to talk about it. Mr. Crude, So I shorted it at 81.96 and 82.10. When I saw crude coming down, right, as per this, for day trading below this, intraday sellers may become active up to certain support. Why certain support? Because overall crude is bullish, right? So any of the support below this, buyers can step in, which we don't know. So we have to wait for real-time information while we are watching it, and we have to decide which support it is going to bounce, right? But at least below this, some sellers would be active. That's why I took a short here and 82.10, and then my target was 81, but I built out at 81.20 or so. I put that trade way before in Discord with this proper target and stop loss. So because I wanted to focus in indexes on indexes. So right in the pre-market, actually I built out at 81.20, so I can focus on indexes. And then later on, crude went above these things. That means buyers are back in business, and then you target what? 82.96. That is the R. So that is your target. So when price was here, I gave two choices in Discord. If someone wants to go long, they can go long here, target this, and I took a short, but I gave them two choices. So later on, when price went above these things, you can again take that long, target this, and that would be the end of the day. So crude pretty much came up to this support, see, 81.10, right, and bounce. So any of the support, so now let's go here, right? So look at the beauty, 16, right? Our level 16, 17, that's the level I gave it in Discord, right? That could be the target, 16, 17, 20, this area. So but at the end it came there, right? So now going into the day, when I was writing a note, price was here, right here at 92. Then this thing happened, right? And then price came here while my note was already done, right? So 4500 area, I mentioned it right here, right? Price went above it, got rejection from O3 area, came down, right? And then down, right here. Before the market opened, it was around 91. So that was the pullback, right, that I was looking for. But now the question was, since it went above this bold R and then came down, this bold R can act as a resistance, right? But remember, we are not supposed to short here, right? We are just watching it to see what happens. And if this resistance is strong, right, then let price go through all this key area, right? And then you can maybe short below this area targeting this, right? But till then, we have to favor longs as per the pre-market, right? So when it came here, this is remember, this is a super aggressive area, 87, 89 as per the pre-market, right? But now here you can see it. It was not only the area now. Now you can see the VWAP, mid, all this thing is lining up right here, confluence area, right? So this area now become confluence, right? So now if you look at AD of the open, right here, it was going down, right? But momentum was holding above zero line, but AD was going down. But then going down AD doesn't mean anything of the open, right? Unless it drops straight like say below zero or something like a very fast, But this is like it was still holding above even plus 500, right? So AD was not weak, it was just going down, So based on this, it was not telling us anything, right? But based on the level, since it was super aggressive, and we can't take a long here. Actually, I cannot take long here. Based on my risk reward perspective, this is too aggressive location of the open for me. For me, this was my right location, my bold support, right? So I waited. Now I also give you a choice in Discord if someone wants to go long right here. If you want to become a super aggressive, right, with the confluence and VWAP, right, I give you a choice. You can go long here, right of the open. So now those whoever took a long here, they got lucky, right? Because price went higher, came down, right? As I said here, keep your stop at 87, right? Because you do not want to give too much chance in this situation, because AD was tanking further, right? But it was holding above zero. Momentum was still holding. So it's a good idea to hold it until you get stopped out, right? So that was the choice I gave in Discord, that hold your longs with the stop at 87, right? That is the idea. And those who held it, they got lucky now, right? Because price balanced it and ultimately broke out. So hold on guys, I got a phone call. Okay, so sorry guys, I had a phone call, so I had to pause the video. But okay, so where we left off, so right here, right? So that was a long valid setup. I did not take it, right? So because I was looking for this, right? But in Discord I had already given you guidance that this is a valid trade, right? If someone wants to take it. So then later on we had a balance here, right? Despite the downward ADs, because it was still holding above zero line, so positive. That's all buyers needs to do, hold it above zero line, right? And then there is a breakout, right? Now I'm interested to go long, even higher up, but now there is no choice left, right? Because we had a balance and breakdown, and buyers proved their point here, right? Look at this chart. See that after all this chart, price now broke out, correct? So at this point in time, it is telling you that hey, buyers are in control. Simple, right? So when it broke out, you are not going to long right here. Because of this chop, you have to assume there are also sellers active here, right? So it's like two-way street today. So you have to wait for a pullback, which is this right here at 95, 97, 96. You go long right here. Happens to be a VWAP and made intraday RTH VWAP and made confluence here, right? So go long here, relying on this with 2-3 point stop, right here. Then you wait for a breakout of this, right? And then when price got to here, which is right here, Globex high, right? So now you know, based on this price action so far, this that hey, there are some sellers active. And now from last few days, price is going up, right? So eventually it will get exhausted and we can have a down day, strong down day. It's coming, you know, in next 2 days it may come, you know. So it could be today too, right? So that was I was repeating in today's Discord, right? So you have to scale it here, you know, at least one contract. And if you have only one contract long from here and here, then you have no choice but either take profit or move your stop loss to break even, you know. And then price just balanced here, right? And then it went higher, right? So this is where I explained, right? If I were you, I will go long here, scale here, and then when it gets here, I will move my stop to 99 here. Then it goes higher, I will move my stop to 4500. That is what I was explaining all this to you, right? How to manage your trade. So here you basically take another scale, you know, or decide if you want to scale it, or move your stop up from here to here, right? And then hold it, correct? So that's how you have to trade. But considering this is also a lot of sellers today, and now you are seeing AD divergence also, right? Momentum is not making high, it is rotating, right? So it is better to take profit here if you are long from this poor location, right, compared to this. So you take a profit here and then wait for a pullback. If you got lucky, then you get a pullback. Otherwise price will go to 1720 area and then you will get a pullback. But patience is the key. So you take profit here, right? Majority of your contracts, right? I would suggest, because it's a board hour, right? And then you wait. So when you're waiting, this is where you got lucky, right? So I shorted it here also, and actually here also, right? But I don't want to discuss about it. Remember I said stick with longs. So whatever I do doesn't matter. So but I gave you my shorts here also, right? Right here at 45.09 or something, right here, you know, at 2 o'clock. So I shorted at 09, I took a profit at 4500, and then I also said this is a good location to go long, you know. At the same time NQ was also testing our key location, right? 360, 370 area. So that was also good long, right? So I hope you guys took a long. I think many of the folks in Discord, they took the long, right? So this was a good area to go long, you know. So I took a profit there, right? and then I was done trading anyway. So but I had a 2 micros, I just put 2 micros there to go long, both in ES and NQ. That's all I did, and I will out here, both of them, because I have other works to do. But anyway, so here when we took a long, I had given a choice, right, what to target. So 45, 17, 20, 30, right, for NQ, 400, 450, so and so. So when it got here, NQ was at 400, so you scale 50% at least, because it's a closing game. Price can go back and forth, and then at the end, like this, it can go higher, right? So you have to scale both in ES and NQ together, so, and then it pulled back, but it held our intraday level in NQ, which was 383, right? And then ES, I said it needs to hold above 03. As long as it is holding above 03 and NQ above 383, it will still go higher, and that is what exactly happened. NQ basically held 383. It poked below like 3-4 points, but it held it, and ES held 03, and it went higher. So that's how the day ended today. Now tomorrow and day after, right, look for a signs for a down day also. At the same time, favor longs, but look for a signs also, for a down day. For overnight, I want ES to hold above this 4500, ideally bias, and tag 4520, 30, and then down move, probably, that is what I'm thinking. But we'll see how it goes in the overnight, and we'll evaluate again in the tomorrow. Okay, and that be all for today. I'll see you tomorrow.